Greetings, everyone. Ah, so, 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 I'm trying to think of a way to begin this stream. I decided recently to re-download RunPy and try to make a visual novel with it. Now, the problem with that is that I don't actually think I've played a ton of visual novels before. Um, so yeah, this stream is definitely 100% for research purposes, which is precisely why most of these visual novels are about uh, are romance focused, and that's all. Well, I'm not. I know I said that like it was a joke. It's only half a joke. I actually am trying uh to take a look at other visual novels to see what I like in them and stuff. And I just also happen to like men. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Also, hello Axru and chat. Hello. Yes. Uh Not all of the romance novel. Fuck. Not all of the visual novels I downloaded. I downloaded like 5 of them. I don't think we're going to get them all because visual novels tend to be very long. Um, but I did download a few of them, and while most of them are romance focused, at least one of them is not. Uh, I don't I don't really have much to talk about for pre-stream, so I think we might as well just get into it. Also, if you think it's weird that the menu screen to this game seemingly doesn't have music, I would agree with that. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to. I don't know why it's not playing the music, but this is the first visual novel I decided I wanted to play. At first, I was thinking that I was going to try and play them by what I thought might be the shortest ones, and then make my way up to the longest ones. But then I was like, but do I want to start with the shorter ones, though? Or do I want to start with the one that I actually wanted to play the most? Because I didn't know if I was going to get to them. And I believe the premise of this one is that a bunch of these fucking, a bunch of these, like, main characters from, like, books, actual, literature books, come to life. And, yeah. Let's check preferences. Okay. Rollback side skip. Max speed. I don't think I really want to mess with any of this yet. Okay. This is just the credits. What? What? Okay. Just in case you've never ever played a visual novel before, I guess. Let's start. What's your name? Do I go with my actual name in this case? Do I just name the main characters after my real, not my real name, but you know, my stage name? Um I don't know. Maybe it's just because, oh my god, I think the last visual novel I played I think the last visual novel I played was the fucking uh Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog uh fucking April Fool's joke game. In that game, I did name the character after my actual real name, and as a result, it came off kind of odd because now I forever associate that character with my actual real name. Maybe I won't have a problem with it in this case scenario. Fuck it, we're just gonna go with Damien. Creativity is a fickle mistress. By that, I mean that she visited me once, made me get a degree in English literature, then abandoned me for some schmuck with a rich uncle and Hollywood connections. But I'm not bitter. No, I'm just in a little bit of a rut. I need a change of pace and some new surroundings to really get my imagination moving. That's why I jumped on the opportunity to come out here. My aunt owns a bookstore and asked if I was free to help her out this fall. She normally runs the place alone, but she got some remodeling done and wants an extra set of hands to help reopen the place. There is no music playing right now, but I just want to check and make sure that the audio is being read just in case it's. Hopefully, a quiet season surrounded by all those books is just what I need to kickstart my own novel. Wow! Now, this is a building with some atmosphere. I just know I'll come up with something living in a place like this. Now is the time. Back. OBS says it's being read. Is it actually being read? And can you hear my voice over it? If I don't get an answer, I'm just going to use my own phone to check. Sounds kind of loud. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. My own. Oh, that's probably part of why, is that my mic/aux was a little bit lower. Alright, this is another test. I gotta wait until it catches up in order to check properly. Now it sounds a little bit low. Maybe have it just barely touch the yellow on my OBS. Maybe that's Maybe that's the ticket. Alright. Let's continue. Auntie, I'm here. Hello? Okay, I guess she's out on the town. I lug my bags out of my car and into the dusty bookshop. Huh. I wonder what renovations she did. If I recall correctly, which I'm probably not, but I swear this game also... Either this game lets you choose your pronouns, or it just refers to you with neutral ones. Shh, don't mind me, I'm just checking that real quick. Yeah, it's a gender-neutral protagonist. Okay. I was wondering, because I know some of these games just have your protagonist be gender-neutral, and some of them will let you pick and choose who you want to be referred to by. This one seems to go with the easier route of just not referring to the protagonist with the gender. I drop my backpack on the floor and it kicks up a cloud of dust so big I start to cough. Jeez, the place looks like the place looks like no one's been in here for years. I wander over to the sales counter. Maybe she's hiding behind it, waiting to scare me. She's kind of an oddball like that. Auntie? Oh, hello. There's a letter on the counter addressed to me. Hey, the renovation process... Oh. I can just read it down here. Oh, thank God, I don't have to read cursive. Hey, Damien. The renovation process was so much work, I really needed to take a break. So I'll be on vacation for the weekend. I still need the store to be cleaned and presentable for opening day on Monday. Wait, so are you just leaving me to do it? That seems kind of like a dick move. She expects me to open by Monday. That means I only have 3 days. There's no food in the fridge, but I left money in the register for you to buy whatever you want along with whatever supplies you need for the window display. I'm gonna starve to death. But don't worry, I wouldn't ask you to do alone. Help is on the way. In the meantime, pick out a few books to snuggle up with tonight. Ta-ta! Love, your auntie. Great. I'm here alone in a dusty old bookstore with a million things to do and 3 days to do them. Damn. What did she mean by help is on the way anyway? I barely know my auntie, but I always got the vibe that she was pretty nice. Too nice to abandon me in a bookstore anyway. Well, hopefully the room is livable. She said the loft upstairs was all mine for the fall, so I shoulder all my stuff and carry it upstairs. Hey, sweet digs. At least I'm getting taken advantage of in style. I take a peek behind all the doors and find the one that leads to the guest room. Not too shabby at all. I guess the guest room isn't being drawn. I spend a little time unpacking, but I really didn't bring too much to unpack in the first place. Oh, okay. There it is. Well, Damien, it's going to be some heavy lifting for the first few days, but I think we can make this work. Just think of all the inspiration hiding in those bookcases downstairs. Speaking of, I am under strict orders from my aunt to steal some books, so the real crime would be not to do that. I head downstairs and begin to peruse. Oh. I had no idea these even existed. Various case files of Amos Brooke. I pick up a volume titled A Collection of the Curious Case Files of Amos Easterbrook. He used to be my favorite character back when I read the Beatrice Reed's Junior Detective Agency series. He seems so smart, always helping her with her cases. Pretty surprised he got his own spin-off though. I imagine the demographic reading a child detective series isn't going to be super interested in a solo story about her adult mentor. Guess I better give it a try, for nostalgia's sake. Wandering down the aisle a little more, I found myself in the good old fantasy section. Read it, you... Read it, excuse me. Read it, you read that one. And maybe I should get my fantasy addiction checked out. There's nothing left for me to read. Now, hold on a minute, who are you? I pick up a tattered copy of some fantasy novels of some fantasy novel. I hope you're prepared to hear me stumble over my words a tongue this stream I'd never even seen before. The Monsters of Dreadmire. Ha! I love a dragon or two. The cover art tells me it's probably going to star some kind of monster slayer who protects a village or something. Or some say cliché? I say classic. I stick it under my arm next to my other find and turn to shuffle back up to my room. Unfortunately, I don't make it 3 steps before I fall flat on my face. Oof. What the? I cast my best evil eye at the book on the floor, hoping to set it on fire with my mind. But then the title catches my eye. Ooh. Captain Morgan McAllister, Prisoner of the Pacific. I remember that one from the high school reading list. I think it's about a pirate or something? I always thought it looked like an intimidating raid, but all my English profs weren't gaga over it, so I think I should give it a try, expand my mind a little. I pick it up and try to fit it under my arm with others, but it's significantly heftier. I'm feeling a little intimidated all over again. I search around for the smallest book I can find, just to give myself a chance. Ah, the blue ribbon. Got about 12 pages and lots of pictures. I can do that. Fairy tales are always relaxing, and flipping through it, the illustrations look so cute. I stand up, but since I'm holding all these books, I'm a little off balance and I stumbled into the shelf. Oof. Again. I hear the telltale flutter sound of a paperback falling to the floor. I duck, scared it was going to hit me on the head on its way down. Sorry. Did I just apologize to the book? Luckily, the poor little thing fell on its spine and didn't bend any pages. Oh. The botanist from Planet X, huh? Come on with me. We'll see what all that Planet X stuff is about. Mad scientist or just a gardener? Sci-fi kind of scares me. It's always got such interesting things to say, I can't help myself. Deciding this armful of books would keep me satisfied for at least the weekend, I head upstairs. Well... oh, I'm sure that'll keep you satisfied already. Okay. Enough of that. Well, I guess it's not like I haven't gotten anything out of this deal. I'll worry about all the stuff I've got to do tomorrow. Tonight, it's just me, my books, and a cup of tea. That is, if Auntie left me any tea bags. I sit down the books next to the armchair, turning to check the kitchen space for tea. Whoa! The floorboards shake, and I hear the books fall off the end of the table. I turn around to see... Like magic? 5 handsome men appear in my room. No, not like magic. It's definitely magic. They're rising right out of the pages. Fuck. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. The 5 of them look around the room, seemingly curious, but not surprised. Huh. Ellipses. I don't know which one is speaking. Hello? It's so nice to finally meet you. Ellipses. The little pink man put out his hand for me to shake. How's it going? Oh, fuck. You're not giving me any descriptors or anything. I have no idea who's speaking. Whoa, this guy's huge. This guy's even huger. Hey, quit your quaking, you're the one who called us. Didn't know guys could get this huge. Kind of a lily-livered little lover, aren't you? Please. If this is the summoner, I should hope they're made of stronger stuff than that. Who are you? Well, my name is Almost Easterbrook. No, I know who you are, but where did you come from? How did you get here? What was all that? Well, I live on Ivy Avenue, and they want to know about the magic, you buffoon. Oh, sorry. Simple. You chose the books you loved the most, and the magic brought us here to love you back. I was told we were here to clean. I think you are here to clean. Question. Did our aunt do this? Is she a witch? Like, I don't mean that as an insult, I mean, is she literally magic? There's a general murmur of agreement among the mystery men. Well, I was summoned by the power of love anyway. It's a little too soon to be talking about love, right? Not that I don't like you or anything, it's just we just met. Ellipses, question mark. But we are here to help. Okay. So your magical book character is summoned here to help me do chores. Yes. That seems like a gross misuse of incredible power. Yes, try to keep up. Take a second to process this, looking between their expectant faces. My auntie is some piece of work. I think her aunt is magic. Okay, hold it together. Should we do introductions? I don't really know the etiquette for this situation. There's general nodding and shrugging, so I push forward. I point at the man in the trench coat. You said your name was Amos. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, my throat is going to be destroyed after this. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's right. My name is Amos Easterbrook. Private investigator extraordinaire, puzzle addict, and world-class pancake flipper. And that's just what I put on my resume. You'd think a PI would be more serious, but this guy seems like kind of a goofball. The little pink one tries to push his way to the front of the crowd, but ends up squeezing through the gaps instead. I think of all of their designs, I like the pink and the purple-haired ones the most. Hi, I'm Rosamel. Charmed, I'm sure. He's got a light European accent I couldn't place when he first started talking, but now I'm sure it's German. I am not doing a German accent. I cannot do that. He extends a hand. I panic and high-five him. He blinks in surprise and laughs it off. But I see him shake his hands in pain. Oh my god! This guy is made out of twigs. And you? Night guy? Claus. Claus? Son of Ross. Okay. Son of... I don't know how to pronounce that. Son of Ruthmare, the iron-hearted slayer of dragons. Thanks for the lore. He nods stiffly. Trying to get conversation out of this guy is like pulling teeth, but at least he's easy on the eyes. And fine, it would be ridiculous if you had not already heard of me, but for formality's sake, I'll make a shortened introduction. My name is Dr. Vincent Asimov Nightshade. I have seven PhDs in botany, xenobotany, terrestrial botany, genetic manipulation. He's still talking. I have designed 13 species of flower and 5 new species of maize. Just for fun, I have also a doctorate in media studies. Congratulations! And I have no printable record. That's because that would require evidence. Because that would require evidence, and I assure you, attempting to catch me slipping up is a fool's errand. So you're saying they don't have any dirt on you? Which would be ironic, since you're a botanist. He's glaring at me. So, you probably have dirt on you, a lot and stuff. Nightshade looks at me like he's seen more pleasant half-rotted compost heaps. Amos gives me a high five. Ha! Good one, dirt! Nightshade's a little full of himself, but I can't deny that he does sound really impressive. I guess when you have that many PhDs, you're allowed to be stuck up. I turn to the last guy in the room. I feel like I've seen his face before on English classroom posters. And you? Morgan McAllister, sea captain. I'm not doing a pirate accent here. My throat is already going to be by the end of this stream. I'm not going to make it worse. Nice to meet you. He huffs through his nostrils like a bull and turns away. I'm thinking he's not a very social guy. And I'm Damien. I'm an author, sorta. I guess I'm in charge here until my aunt gets back. So, now what? Well, we were brought here to help you out, so I think that's up to you. Shut up! Okay. Calm down a little bit. I know why I decided to play these games. I wasn't expecting it to get that, get that far. I don't even... Should I even say this out loud? Oh my god. Rosamel. Your willing slaves, command us as you wish. Ellipses. Well, I'm not sure I have any jobs for you yet. I just got up here. Long drive, you know. I'm pretty tired. I fake a yawn and stretch. Probably gonna hit the hay myself. The men stare at me. Do you guys know where you're gonna go for the night? We'll keep watch while you slumber. No dragons are going to attack us while we sleep, I promise. No, go to sleep. As you wish. Buzz leans up against a wall and seems to fall asleep instantly. Snark. Yep, he's gone. Where's the bathroom? I have research to do that requires water access. It's over there. Are you sure you... Nightshade shoulders past Rosamel, disappears into the bathroom. I hear a lock click. Please don't destroy anything with a crazy experiment, please. Virtual men look at me expectantly. I must have looked a little distressed because Amos put a hand on my shoulder. Don't worry, I'll wrangle them. You go to sleep. Thanks, Amos. Good dreams! I walk into my bedroom and lay down, unsure if they're going to be there when I wake up. When my alarm goes off the next morning, I feel simultaneously like I've been asleep for 5 minutes and 100 years. Oh, I hate that feeling. Neither are you. What a weird dream. I guess that's the kind of stuff your brain comes up with when you move into a bookstore. Good morning, darling. Ah! I brought you a muffin to start your day. Rosamel, you can't just come into sleeping people's rooms. Don't be silly. If that was a rule, would have come. Rosamel, do you know what the original tale? What that original tale actually was? Rosamel. Where'd you get that muffin from? The kitchen. The kitchen, of course. I thought we didn't have any food. Get out of here so I can get dressed. Go on, shoo! Rosamel skips out the door, leaving the muffin on the bedside table. I get dressed quickly and step out of my room to see the bookmen from last night sitting at my kitchen table. Hi. Did you sleep well? I didn't. Sorry to hear that. Your couch is lovely. Emma steps Nightshade on the shoulder and shakes his head. Muffin. Buzz pushes another muffin into my hands. Now I'm just standing there holding 2 muffins. What is happening? Where did you get these? I didn't know we had the ingredients for muffins. Anything is possible with the power of love. I don't think that's right. I bought them up next door. I'm glad my money is good here. Wait, does it count as counterfeit if it's real money in my world? Maybe I should bring them back. It's a little late for that. Just be grateful for what you got. Mac takes a big bite out of his muffin to accentuate his point. To be fair, I mean, I presume all of you are going to go back into your worlds. So, like, what are they gonna do? Arrest you? You're just gonna leave. Enough with the muffins. Earlier, I found the schedule left by the true owner of this establishment. He hands the slip of paper to me, which reads, to do. Day 1, clean up the place. Day 2, buy supplies. See back of list for need. Day 3, design something fun for the display case. With love, Auntie. Oh, I didn't have to. Well, according to this, I guess today we need to start cleaning up. Let's start right after breakfast. After we finish our muffins, we walk downstairs into the shop. The boys each take off in a direction, like they already knew what to do. I guess I should pick a spot too. Who should I go check on? Oh! No. I think I'm most partial to Rosamel right now. I like Nightshade's design, but he comes off as kind of, impersonal. Maybe not impersonal, maybe more impersonal and a little bit antagonistic. Rosamel seems to have issues with personal space, but also he's cute, and also I'm pretty sure I shattered his hand with a high five. So, I don't think he can do anything to me anyway. Everyone's already started their chores. I guess I should start pulling my weight too. I look around the shop for something to do. I'll wipe down the window. As I grab the spray and walk over, Rosamel and Claus cross in front of me. Claus is carrying a large box and Rosamel is sweeping as they walk. You're a knight, aren't you? Yes. Oh, I just knew it. You look like a knight, so noble and strong. Is he flirting with him now, too? I watch Claus walk across the store to grab another box. Rosamel follows at his heels. Does your sword have a name? Is it heavy? Have you ever fought a dragon? Buzz looks out of his element. I should probably say something. So, you're both from fantasy series? I can... No. That's right, aren't you clever? Though I'm afraid I'm no knight like him. I'm a poet mostly. How lucky that I can keep working in this unusual land, as I have found such a fabulous source of inspiration. Which is... And so funny, too. Oh, Dim, you're so cute, I could die. Oh, what, are you a poet, too? Wait, what am I doing? Why would I tease such a scary-looking guy? I guess when he smiled, he just looked kind of cute. Without saying anything, he grabs another box. When he does, a huge black spider crawls out from underneath it. Whoa! Ah! Oh, look, how fun! Don't fear, I'm quite in touch with nature. Allow me to take care of this. He's talking tough, but I've never seen anyone tremble so hard. Yeah, I'm also afraid of spiders, too. I will handle this. Oslos is no, you mustn't. Okay. I interrupted myself with that. I don't know why I did that. No, you mustn't. There's no need for violence. We can reason with it. I mean, listen, I don't like spiders, but they are just little creatures. At least this one is presumably just a little guy. We can just bring him outside. Can we? Of course! Rosamel crouches. Rosamel scrambles behind Claus. Claus unsheathes his sword. That might be overkill. Well, a knight in action. I mean, kindness to all Earth's creatures. They both lunge for the spider and crack their heads together. Spider escapes under the door. Good work, fellas. After we are done cleaning, the shop seems a little more put together. It's easier to imagine it open, but still, would I really be able to achieve all that by Monday? So, when are we being fed? Don't be rude. But he's right, I'm hungry. Yeah, we should get some grub. Pizza? Bless you. No, it's a food. Never mind. Do not worry, I will make us a feast. I don't think we have that many ingredients around. We follow Claus up to the kitchen. There's some snack foods littered around the counters, but nothing you can make a dinner out of. At least not now that I've graduated college. I can make a meal out of anything. Claus walks over to the refrigerator to see what he had to work with. Perhaps not. We'll go grocery shopping tomorrow. I could go for a pizza. Been a while since I got a nice pie. I look around and everything seems to be nodding along, even if some of their faces clearly have no idea what he's talking about. Ooh, pies? Let's get apple. I'm a strawberry man myself. Pizza is a savory food. It's got, like, cheese. I'm sure you guys will like it. Everyone likes pizza, as long as no one has any allergies. Amos looks around the crowd, but most of them look confused. What is an allergy? A weakness. One I will not be sharing with the likes of you. Is that a yes or a no on the allergies? Don't put any cheese on mine. It took some time, but we settled on 4 large pizzas and a smaller one for Dr. Nightshade. Oh boy, this is gonna eat up the money my auntie left. Still. Look at them! Cheat's face. It's sort of nice eating together like this.
What a charming foodstuff!
Ellipses. Bob seems to still be haunted by what he saw in the fridge. Hey, this pie is magnificent. Ugh. Mac is 3/4 of the way down. Fuck. Mac is 3/4 of the way through a large pizza and eating like he's expecting one of the others to swoop down and swipe his plate from him. Maybe because he's eyeing Rosamel's leftovers. Good thing we got so many pizzas. Handshake keeps picking toppings off his pizza. I'm also picky. Same. He's the one who picked the... Okay, that's a little less understandable. You don't like the onions or the tomatoes? Normally, I prefer my own strains of vegetables. These are subpar. Oh, what kind of vegetables do you normally have? Strain A17B52 is particularly good with this kind of carbohydrate-based food. Strain A17, sorry? It's kind of a bitter leaf vegetable based on crops found in the Andromeda galaxy. It's hardly in low temperatures, which makes it ideal for cultivation. He has a lot to say about his work with space plants that, honestly, I don't understand. He looks really happy to have someone to listen to him, though. You sure are knowledgeable about pizza, buddy. And that brief happiness is gone. Still, it's nice to have such a lively meal. Food always tastes better when you share it with other people. It's sort of funny how quickly we've begun to get along, like we had known each other for a long time. Ugh. Pretty soon the pizza is gone, and they file out of the kitchen. The day was over, and as extraordinary as it was, I think it was a good one. Beep, beep, beep. My alarm goes off, and I groan, hiding my head under the pillow. Shut up, I'm sleeping. I try to sleep without turning it off, just in case I can get away with not moving a muscle for the next 15 minutes. Beep, beep, beep. Turn off that plastic racket. Damien is sleeping, Doctor. Shh. Not my fault. I hear heavy tramping outside my door, then bam, bam, bam. Wake up, Damien, or at least silence that noise. Well, here's to a brand new day. I get dressed quickly and head to the kitchen, still rubbing sleep from my eyes. Everyone else seems to be there already, but at different stages of awakeness. Good morning, Damien. Sleep well?
Hello. Don't you look radiant today?
Morning. Also, what took you so long? I tend to oversleep. Morning, guys. Oh, don't you look chipper. Well, some of you. What's on the docket for today, Damien? Take the crumpled schedule out of my pocket and squint at it. Have I not changed, like, my clothes this entire time? Do list 1 taken care of. Day 2, buy supplies. See the back of the note for the list of what we need. Looks like we gotta go shopping. I hear a few stomachs growl. I think we better go soon. I'm starving. I'll be keen to keep Leon around the shop while you're gone. I hate dealing with fishmongers and the like. And I'm going back to sleep. I was up till all hours last night working. Oh no, I'm not carrying all the groceries back alone. I'll help.
Me too.
Thank you, but no exceptions. Everyone, be ready and in the car in 20 minutes. We were all packed up and ready to go in about 45 minutes. It was a tight fit in the car, but we made it. I don't know how much space there's going to be for groceries, though. I'm imagining them all piling into, like, a small teeny-ass clown car. Okay, guys. Well, now that we're here, I think it's time for a little divide and conquer. Always a good strategy for catching your enemies unawares. Yeah, well, in this case, our enemies are tomatoes. We need supplies for the display case and food for our food. So we'll split into 2 teams. Beck, Nightshade, and Claus begin to grumble amongst themselves while Amos and Rosabelle listen with rapt attention. Okay, guys, how about Rosabelle and I go find all the craft supplies while Claus and Nightshade put their cooking and botany skills together to pick out the freshest ingredients for Damien. And why don't you tag along with them, Mac? It'll be good for you to socialize. That's so. Yeah, great idea, Amos. What should I do? You can go with whoever you like. Okay, I'm going to get like a dozen toothbrushes because I assume that you guys didn't pack any. Do you still need to brush your teeth? Being fictional and all, I mean? They all look at me. Yes? No? What's that? You know what? I'm gonna grab a lot of soap too while I'm at it. We disperse and I head off to the hygiene aisle. After I grab what I need here, I'll catch up with one of the groups. I'll go join. I'm still intent on trying to romance Rosamel. With my cart pant full of hygienic necessities, I head off towards the crafts section of the store. Amos and Rosamel stand in the middle of the aisle, looking a little dazed. Hey guys, how's it going? You find everything on the list? Yep, but we had some more ideas. Ugh, excuse me.
Right, you'll really like them.
Cool, lay 'em on me. I don't know how my aunt would feel about us going off script for the display, but I guess she wouldn't have left me in charge if she was too uptight about it. Besides, if they describe me something awful, I can gently veto it. Well, I was thinking it might be nice to usher in the season with an arc of classic leaves, lit up with LED lights and a cornucopia of books at the bottom. That sounds really cool.
That certainly sounds enchanting the way you say it, Amos. Though I must confess, I had an idea or two of my own.
Oh?
Don't worry, it was a silly idea.
Nonsense, I'd like to hear it.
Thinking seasonally, I imagine we bend a bowl of eternal ivy, all dusted with starglow, over a bag of holding, overflowing with books.
He laughs, then seems confused when we don't.
Don't you like it? See, since the bag of holding can never be full, it just shows how many books we've got.
Wow, that does sound great. I don't know where we'd find any of that stuff.
I understand your concern. I have had much the same one about your idea.
We can't expect poor Damien to find all those fantastical objects in the space of one day. My material should be available at any of the nearest wizard site. We don't have those here. We don't have those here, hon. Oh, are they? They both laugh. I can't tell if they're being supportive or passive-aggressive now. Maybe we could mix the 2 ideas? Both of them fix me with a shocked stare as if they had almost forgotten I was there.
Oh, I would never dream to intrude upon Amos' artistic vision.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly. I bet you're more artistic than me. Aren't you a poet?
Well, sure, but the visual arts are vastly different than the written ones. You're a detective. I'm sure you got an eye for details.
Yeah, but you're so pink.
Am I?
Well, I thought so. Do you not know that you're pink?
Besides, you're a total autumn. Look at those earthy tones. Even the way you're dressed. The way you dress seems. Even the way you dress screams fall.
I didn't realize I dressed any kind of way. like neither of them have ever looked in a mirror. See, that's exactly what I mean. You gotta be some kind of athlete?
Oh, what? I bet dryads ask you for saddle hips all the time!
Who? Like they're speaking two different languages, and I don't speak either. Seriously, I can't tell if they're fighting or not. It's going nowhere fast. You're right, Damien. You should decide.
Huh? Oh, perfect idea. Which design do you prefer, Han?
Wait. Why do I have to choose? He'll stare at me hopefully. The eyes. Fine. Let's see. Thomas wants an arch lit up with leaves with a container of books at the bottom, and Rosmel wants the same thing. Huh? Simplifying it, they want the same design, they're just using different terms. And yet, I don't know if that's going to make my job easier or harder. You have the same... you have the same idea, I think.
What?
What? A lit-up arch of leaves with a container at the bottom full of books representing plenty, right? That's what I was thinking.
That's exactly it.
They both look at each other and laugh again.
Well, that settles it nicely, doesn't it?
What a relief. Was it a fight? Well, let's go. They were arguing, but they're like too light to really be aggressive about it. Well, let's go get the materials we need. I better stick with them to avoid any other miscommunications. We managed to get everything we need from the store and somehow make it back to the bookshop in one trip. Once everything had been put in its proper place, the guys turned to me for guidance. What now? That's all we had to get done today. So I guess we had the rest of the day off. Finally, a break. If you need us for anything else, just tell us. I won't have to. I'm going on break too. I need to relax.
Well, if you need us for any help relaxing, just tell us.
Why do you, like, go from being kinda cute to kind of... to needing to, like... to needing, like, a boundary check? To saying things that come off as kind of sus. Alright. The boys scatter and I return to my room. Flop onto my bed and scroll through my phone for a while. The time gets away from me and I decide I have got to find something more fun to do with my day before it's over. I just have to decide what. Oh boy. Okay. So, I'm guessing each of these activities corresponds to one of the men. Going for a boat ride probably corresponds to Mac. Go for a walk, I have no idea. Check out art exhibit, I have no idea. Go to the botanic garden, that corresponds to Nightshade. Get some ice cream, I have no idea. What would I do to relax? Or what would I do to have fun? I'd probably get some ice cream. Wait, hold on, I can just save. Okay. This way, if it doesn't end up being... This way I can just reload my save if it ends up not being the one that I wanted. I guess what I really want now is a snack. I think there's an ice cream parlor just down the street. It might be fun to go with someone else. Images flashed through my mind of a couple sharing a milkshake. Not like that necessarily. Though that kind of cliched romance does make me think of someone. Oh shit! Oh shit, I picked the right one. I'll ask Rosamel. I find Mac and Rosamel together, strangely enough. Rosamel is crawling on the floor under an unstable book fort, and Mac is leaning against the counter, watching judgmentally. It looks terrible, lad.
You're just meaning me because you're jealous you didn't think of it first. Our gracious host is going to be so impressed with the castle I've built.
I've made lean-tos out of rotted palm trees sturdier than this. You're liable to be flattered. Rosamel sticks out his tongue and Mac rolls his eyes. I figured this is a good time to make my entrance. Hey, Rosamel, do you?
Yes!
I didn't finish my question.
You didn't need to. You're after a romantic outing. I can see it in your eyes.
I was asking. I was actually just wondering if you'd like to walk with me to the ice cream store.
How perfectly charming. I would be delighted.
Great, let's get these books put away first.
I wouldn't dream to ask you to help clean a mess I created. Please don't lift a finger.
I can't take any more of his blabbering. I'll put the books away. You two scram. Oh, we got a little bit of a new, jingle here. Graciously taking Mac up on his offer, we begin our walk to the ice cream shop.
What wonderful weather! It's perfect for dozing off. Yes, it's catnap weather.
I expected you to say it's good dating weather or something like that.
You're very silly, honey. All weather is good weather for lovers. Just imagine it. Sharing an umbrella on a rainy day. When the streets are glittering like they're encrusted with jewels, it's practically just the two of you, as everyone else has a run for cover. On the tentative hand-holding and giggling that comes with skating on the freshly frozen lake. Snowflakes like shimmering stars caught in their hair. Sun-kissed skin in the summer. Lush cheeks in the winter.
You have a very romantic mind.
How could I not when I'm with you?
I laugh and roll my eyes. Oh, here we are. This is the place.
How cute!
The interior is as candy-colored as the exterior. On one side of the store are shelves brimming with candies, and on the other side is a small seating area. In the back, there is the ice cream display cases and the register. Everyone looks up when we enter because of the little bell above the door. Some of them don't stop staring. Ah, shit. You draw a lot of attention, huh?
The curse of a pretty face.
He's undeniably attractive, but I think it has more to do with how he looks like he jumped out of an illustration. He doesn't seem to care, though. Is it confidence or obliviousness? His attention is devoted entirely to the candies.
What a magical world you inhabit. So many sweet things all in one place.
Yeah, I guess so. Get whatever you want, my treat.
Nonsense, I should be paying for you.
I don't think you can. You don't have any money.
Ah, you raise an excellent point. I will just have to return your highness another way.
Saying that, he takes my hand in his and places a kiss on it. I glance around and some of the stairs have turned into glares. Ah, shit. Maybe it was his attractiveness that drew the attention. Fuck them. You know, it's not fair when you do that, Rosamel.
How so?
It makes my other hand jealous. Like, holy crap, I can't believe I said something so cheesy. My pettiness has turned me into a monster. Rosamel lights up, though, and hurriedly grasps my other hand to pepper it with kisses. My head's still spinning, so when we get to the counter, I just order an old-fashioned sundae. Rosamel orders something blue, and we sit down at one of the tables. It's kind of funny. No, never mind.
Please, I'd like to hear it.
It's silly.
I like silly.
Well, I don't know. I kind of thought you liked strawberry, since you're so pink. I told you it was silly.
No, actually, you're exactly right. I didn't know many of the flavors, so I did end up picking someone based on color. I may be so pink, but blue's my favorite color.
Blue's also my favorite color.
Really? That's right, just like my ribbon. In my world, we have red raspberries, and I enjoy them, so I figured I would enjoy blue raspberries as well. I would like to see them sometime. It's funny to picture them blue.
Yeah.
And what did you choose? Let me have a bite. Help yourself.
Rosamel scoops up a chunk of ice cream, and it's only when it's in his mouth do I realize he's taken the cherry. Ah! He stole the cherry. I was saving it.
Oh, I see. In that case. Come take it back.
Are you just the cutest thing?
I'm only teasing, Buttercup. Wanna tie the stem in a knot?
Your face is redder than the cherry.
I really can do it, though. Amongst other tricks.
What an expression! You really are too cute. The walk home was less eventful, but Rosamel is fun to make idle chit-chat with.
I had a really nice time with him, even if he is so... very.
What a day. I pretty much collapse onto my bed and fall asleep almost instantly. I wake up to rhythmic tapping at my door. I scooch up into a half-sitting position. Come in? Rosamel walks in with too much energy for the morning.
Good morning, dearest.
Morning? What are you doing here?
We're a teensy bit late this morning.
A glance at the clock confirms it. I forgot to set my alarm.
So I came to get you. But I remembered what you said and waited outside until I was invited in.
Well, thank you, Rosie. I appreciate it. Oh, Rosie now, huh? We're calling him Rosie now. He beams and comes over to give me a peck on the cheek.
Isn't today lovely?
I suppose it's off to a pretty nice start.
We've got a lot of fun planned, darling. So go get dressed in that beautiful way you do and join me downstairs.
I'm still sleepy. Can't we sit here a little longer?
Oh, don't tease me. I can't stand it. I'd let you stay in bed all day.
And what would the others think? They're all up too? Then I guess I really should get up. Alright, see you in a minute, Rosie. He kisses my cheek again before quickly skipping out of the room. I get ready for the day, going through my usual morning routine. When I get downstairs, everyone is ready in the shop. Hey guys, good morning! A little chorus of greetings and response. I look around and see that all the craft supplies are out and ready to be used. I check the checklist to make sure we're on track. To-do list. Day 1, clean up the place. Done. Day 2, buy supplies. See back of the note for a list of what we need. Yep, we did that. Day 3, design something fun for the display case. Getting an early start on the display. We didn't want to start without you, but yeah, we thought it would be nice to be ready. But then we couldn't agree on how to do it. Or rather, they couldn't see the fact that my idea was the best. I could see that some people, Mac, are getting ready to argue again, so I step in. Well, Rosamel and Amos had a great idea in the store, you know, the one with the cornucopia books. Oh yeah, we can do that, no problem. Why should we do their idea? Were the rest of us supposed to contribute labor? Yes? I'm an ideas man. I don't know what a cornucopia is. There's a general murmur of uncertainty among Mac, Long, and Nightshade. I don't know. The materials we have were specifically chosen for the display they had in mind. We can't change the plan now. Just like the 3 of you got to pick the food in the house, so you get to pick the meals. It's only fair. Hardly. That's your shop. You want an ugly display, I suppose it's your call. Thanks. Here, why don't I make the background and you each get to make one decoration to add to the display, whatever you want. That seems to appease them. At least they seem satisfied that nobody is contributing more than the others. I was thinking of showcasing all your genres in the window display, so why don't you make something to represent yourself? I think we can handle that. What do you say, boys? Fine. A simple enough task. Hey, not a problem.
What fun!
I want to play this again and get, like, everyone else's routes too. I breathe a sigh of relief as everyone starts digging through the craft supplies. Now I can get a start on the bulk window display. Shouldn't be too hard. It's mid-afternoon by the time I get the table set up. Now the worst part is trying to decide whether or not to put nails in the wall. I decide it has to be done. I'm up on a ladder, arm cocked to hammer in the first nail when I feel a tug on the hem of my sweater. Amos is standing there, a shy smile on his face. Hey, here, Damien, I hope you like it. Oh, cute! Amos hands me a diorama. A mystery scene covered in teeny footprints and three-dimensional clues. Really adorable and detailed. I would bet there actually is a solvable mystery laid in it. That's incredible. I bet Buggy always had the best project in class. Well, I could never stop myself from helping a little. Oh, and I have Max here too. This is really adorable. He holds out an intricately carved wooden ship. He was too shy to bring it over himself. Don't be telling tales about me, Easterbrook. I look over toward the window where Mac is sitting, and he immediately looks away. I giggle. It's beautiful, Mac. Ought to be. Climb down off the ladder and place the two pieces on the table. I'll set them up more intentionally when I've got all of them. I give them a little nod, and I'm just about to climb back up the ladder when... Give it over, you great buffoon! What? I whip my head around to see Nightshade trying to wrest out a hot glue gun out of Claus's hands. Looks a little bit like a squirrel trying to scrabble through a brick wall. I rush over. What's going on here? Not that it's any of your affair, but I'm trying to finish my display element, and the idiot is hogging the bonding agent. My horse. Oh no! Holds out two halves of a curly molded clay horse. Really use some glue right about now. See? It might be easier if you just fix it with more clay. It's not true dry yet. While Claus is distracted, Nightshade snatches the glue gun from his hands. It's what I've been trying to tell him. Nightshade takes the gun and attaches a few more rhinestones to the pot of some alien-looking plant he's gotten from who knows where. I hope that doesn't become a problem later on, Nightshade. The pot is shakily painted to look like some galaxy I couldn't guess the name of, and the rhinestones are presumably stars. They're accurate, too. The stars on the pot. They're an accurate map of my galaxy. The rhinestone becomes unstuck and falls to the floor, with a somewhat generous margin of error. Wow, that's really incredible, Doctor. I can't believe... How do you like my horse? Huh? Oh! Aww! Buzz is holding out his horse, now reunited as a single piece by a band of clay wrapped around its middle. It's a lovely Claus. Nay. Nightshade and I stare at Claus as he gives the horse a little shake. Its two halves are sliding apart again. Poor thing. Ta-da! Just then, something sticky is plopped on my head. I yelp in horror as some of the goo runs into my hair. Rosamel! He gasps dramatically. Hi, you're so beautiful. I take the thing off my head to see what he's talking about. It's a paper crown cut out rather clumsily, with all sorts of bits and bobs glued on. Aren't you an artist?
A poet! I don't normally do this kind of stuff, but it's pretty, isn't it? It brings out your eyes.
It's unique. Oh, I need those. Oz reaches over and plucks two googly eyes right off the ground.
Ah!
What? At the sound of the scream, Max stands up suddenly, smacking his head against the bookcase beside him. The bookcase starts to tilt. Uh-oh. Almost and Max try to keep the bookcase from falling over. Give it back, you creep. I glance back, and Nightshade and Claus are fighting over the glue gun again, with Rosamel tugging Claus' other arm, desperately pleading for his jewels back. I guess it went as well as I could have expected. I did get some very cute little trinkets out of it for display. The chaos died down. After cleaning up the mess we made, I threw myself down onto my bedspread, pulling out my aunts list to cross off the final item. I was really worried when I first saw everything she wanted me to do in just one weekend, but it wasn't so hard. It didn't hurt that I had 5 more helpers than I was expecting. This week had been so busy, I feel like I barely got to know them. As tired as I am, I sit up in bed, determined to go spend some more time with one of the guys before they have to go home tomorrow. Who should it be? Well, gee, I wonder. I've been romancing Rosamel this entire time. I find Rosamel lounging on the armchair, flipping through a magazine. Hey, Rosamel?
Yes, dear?
Would you like to do something again today? He closes the magazine so fast he nearly tears it.
Absolutely. What do you have in mind?
Where do you take a guy like Rosamel? Somewhere flowery? I remember seeing a brochure for a botanic garden in my room. Now there's a botanic garden not far from here. It might be nicer to visit there in the spring when the flowers are in bloom.
Oh, a garden? Don't worry, something's always in bloom. That's the magic of nature.
Alright. As long as you want to go, we can check it out.
I'd go anywhere with you, Buttercup.
Alright is very long. Rosamel hasn't commented on the existence of things like cars. He's adapted really well to living in such a different world. Or he's just too much of an airhead to put much thought into it. Either way, I don't mind. I don't think I'd make a very good Earth tour guide. Here we are. Fall colors in the trees are beautiful, and I'm surprised to see Rosamel was right. Many flowers are blooming as well. The place is bursting with color.
Wonderful, let's go in.
Rosamel takes my hand. I give his excuse. He really is cute. He smiles radiantly. We wander around for a bit. Despite the off-season, the weather is nice, so there's a few other patrons exploring the garden. It's very quiet, though. Nice and peaceful. Just realized since this game takes place during the fall, in-game Me's birthday might be like right around the corner too.
A beautiful day, a beautiful companion, a beautiful garden. I can imagine nothing finer.
I chuckle. He's so sappy.
And you know what? All this beauty inspires me. I move to compose.
Maybe he's too sappy. He drops his one knee, which catches a lot of eyes, but it's not what they're thinking. At least I hope not! It's a little way too soon for that kind of proposition. Rosie.
Shall I compare thee to an autumn's day?
Oh, that's not quite right.
I think I've heard that one before. Ah, I've got it. Let me try again.
Okay, he's done proposing. I don't know if this is better, though. I should probably stop him. Why don't you wait until later when it's just us? I think his poetry is very intimate and private. We can't do it in front of everyone. I might cry. Or pass out.
Oh dear, I hadn't even considered that. Sometimes I forget the power of my writing.
Rosamel gives my hand a quick kiss before returning to his feet. Crisis averted. If anyone around us was wondering if we were a couple, I'm sure there's no doubt in their minds now. I guess I'll adjust to the spontaneous outbursts of grand romantic gestures eventually. They are kind of sweet. Wait, what am I thinking? Am I expecting something long-term here? One bad poetry reading in the park and I'm already thinking about weddings? Get it together, Damien. Rosamel is way too flighty for that kind of thing. And even though he's really good at making people feel special, I think that's got more to do with him than whoever he's with. He's a romantic, it's just a part of him. Saving real quick. Anyway, he's going back to his world after the weekend, just like the others, so none of this other stuff even matters. We're just having fun, that's all. Can we sit down for a minute?
Of course!
We stop at his bench and sit down. That's better. My feet were starting to hurt.
You should have said something sooner. Please allow me to care.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can. You were like a little twink. And I shattered your hand, like, by high-fiving it. I highly doubt you're capable of carrying me. I size him up. Could you even lift me up?
I could try!
Uh-huh. Let's just sit for now. I just focus on appreciating the moment. Sitting here beside him, looking at all the natural beauty around us.
What a charming place. I love listening to the flowers talk.
The flowers here don't talk.
Oh, but they do. You just have to listen. Every little flower has something very important to say. Here, I'll show you. See those little white flowers there? That's sweet alyssum. They tell someone they've got a wonderful mind and a kind soul, making them a perfect gift for someone like Amos, so caring and clever.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought he was going crazy. Or you just myself.
Expressing affection is hard for many people, but flowers are very good at saying all those lovely things we think. On the topic of not expressing yourself very well, see those star-shaped ones? Those are elderlies, and they bloom in harsh conditions, so they can tell someone they're very strong and very good at getting along on their own. But they also tell that person you wish for a peaceful new start for them. I'd like to give those to Mac. Now see, that funny, fluffy yellow plant? They're out of season. In the spring, they've got blue flowers. That's why it's called Blue Star. And you give it to someone whose strength and determination you adore, like Gloss. And they're terribly out of season. But there's these intricate little purple flowers called irises. I would recommend for Dr. Nightshade. It would show him how smart I think he is, and how dearly I admire him.
Wow, you have a lot of love in your heart, huh?
Of course!
Well, he is from Fairy Tale. What kind of flower would you give me?
I would pick the entire garden for you if only you asked.
Sure, but which one would you tell me your feelings for me?
Oh dear. I don't think there's a flower colorful enough, sweet enough, wonderful enough in the whole world to properly convey my affections.
I laugh, then look around the garden space and spot my target. I get up from the bench and go to a rose bush. After some careful deliberation, I pick a cream rose with pink-tipped petals and return to my seat beside Rosamel. I don't speak flower, but I'll probably always think of you when I see roses. As, you know, your name. Sorry, I guess that's not very romantic.
Oh! You! I think it's the most romantic thing anyone's ever told me.
I smile and gently tuck the flower behind his ear. His eyes never look away from mine. There's an intensity there that I never noticed before.
I mean it, Damien. There really aren't any flowers that can tell you how special you are to me. When I think about you, my heart swells with so much love it feels like it's going to burst. It's nearly painful. Sometimes I could just scream.
Aww.
Sorry, you don't have to humor me. I don't mean to frighten you. I just get a little caught up in it all. The way you fill me with it. The love you fill me with is fearsome. I wouldn't have it any other way. My heart pounds quickly in my chest. He's always romantic, but this is so honest. I'd never take this flower out of my hair if I could. A gift from you. So utterly breathtaking to know I exist in your eyes. Of course you do, Rosie. I like you a lot. My heart really will burst if I sit here a moment longer. Let's run and dance and play like lovebirds are meant to. We ended up frolicking until the gardens closed for the evening. But Rosemel wasn't ready to call it a night. Night is so young. Where should we go now? Home. I'm tired. Tired? On a clear night like this? Oh, I know. Let's stargaze. It was nice out earlier, but with the sun down, it's starting to get chilly. Why don't you think of something we can do inside? That'll be easy. How much more do you think more things to do inside than outside? Young as he starts rattling off ideas. He's got that sparkle to him he's always got when he's excited, and I can't help but think about the way he looked at me earlier. There really is an intensity to him, a passion I had brushed off as simple excitability before. He seems so easy to figure out. I feel like I never really paid his feelings any actual attention. Would you like to? Oh, darling, there's nothing I would like more. What shall we do? Well, to be honest, I hope this isn't a strange thing to ask, but I don't really know the etiquette for book people, but first of all, could I read your book? Oh? I've had a really great time with you, but I barely know you. It seems like it would be the best place to start. Anything you want to know, just ask me. We don't need the book. Sorry, this must have been a weird request. No, not at all. Oh dear, I didn't mean to make you feel awkward. Look at me, acting shy after all the seeds I made. I would be delighted to have you read my story. Positively delighted. We head up into the bedroom and sit together on the bed. Rosemel gives me more space than usual, which isn't saying much, but I was kind of hoping we'd cuddle. Are you nervous? Do I seem nervous? Honestly, I'm not sure what he's feeling. Really is like I don't know him. Don't worry about me, honey. I think I'll feel better once we are through it. Should be a quick read. It's mostly illustrations. Okay, but let me know if I turn the pages too fast. Reading back my own story. What a novel idea. Ugh. Excuse me. Go right ahead, Buttercup. I open the book. Oh! It's really cute. Once upon a time, there was a poet named Rosemel. He was silver-tongued and honey-voiced, and as beautiful as a flower, with hair like honeyhawks and eyes like forget-me-not. The girls of the meadow certainly couldn't forget him. Fall in love so easily made him a wonderful poet. His beguiling verses won him more swooning hearts, and he wrote a new verse for each set of lips he took. And such was his life, full of love and art and temporary pleasure. Being a fair-weather love, his gallivanting broke a few hearts too. One in particular belonged to Witch. Uh-oh! She told him the feelings he knew weren't love at all, until he really knew how it felt to love someone and lose that love the way she had. Oh. He would live as a piglet. She had placed a wicked curse upon him. He was left without any of the charms he was used to coasting by on. Oh. So it was a stroke of unbelievable luck when a beautiful and gentle princess took a liking to him and brought him home with her. She gifted him a lovely blue ribbon and spoke to him each day. She told him all about her intimate thoughts, her fears, and dreams. He had never known anyone so closely. For all his talking as a human, Rosemel felt like he had never said anything before listening to her.
had never been happier than when he was with her. She would never love him the way he loved her, but he felt it was alright so long as he could stay with her like this forever. But one day she told him she was to be married to a neighboring prince, and she was very happy. Looking in her eyes, he turned back into a man. Oh. He explained that he had been under a terrible spell, but he didn't reveal the details. He thanked her for her kindness and kissed her cheek goodbye. He couldn't tell her how much he loved her. The love in him was too great to allow him to interfere with her happiness. Love had always been delightful and entertainment for Rosamel. Now he knew it was a rather sad thing too. I closed the book.
I have the most dreadful butterflies in my stomach. Though it's sort of a relief to get this off my chest. Now you know, so there's nothing left to hide.
Rosie,
I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. Why, I even still have the tail.
Rosamel, you're totally freaking out.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. Imagine me, a poor little piggy.
Oh my god. There was like a line of dialogue. There was like a choice earlier. There was a choice earlier that I didn't choose because it seemed really mean. Where Rosamel was like scarfing down ice cream, and the choice was like between the nice one and another one that was like, don't be a pig. And that already came off as super mean to me. It comes off as even meaner now. But anyway, I think it's sort of cute.
You're terribly sweet. Sort of sweet I don't deserve once in a lifetime, much less twice.
Do you really have a tail?
I suppose you would have found it out on your own, then. Eventually.
I giggle, but Rosamel doesn't smile. His mind is still elsewhere.
But even if you were able to get past that, to know I rented my heart out so often...
Oh, come on. I wouldn't judge you for that. It's not like you were the only person who's dated before. No, that princess. She was really something, huh?
I loved her with every ounce of my being. The same way I love you now. Oh, I love you madly. It's almost unbearable. Of course, I don't expect you to believe me. Not after what you've just read. And I don't expect you to return my feelings. I never did. First didn't break when I turned back, not fully. It made me realize what love is, but it made it impossible for me to be loved in return. I'll always be that sad little pet on the inside. But to make her smile, make you smile, that's enough for me.
Rosamel.
You don't have to say a word, darling. I'm at peace with the curse. Still, it was lovely to pretend.
Kiss. I cup his face and gently kiss him. I feel intense and surprised, but relax into it. I pull away. I care about you, Rosie. I don't care if you're not perfect. And I think you're a better person than you give yourself credit for.
You're a beautiful person, though I don't know if that means much coming from me. You have a beautiful soul too, which is rarer and more precious than any other beauty. I hope you treasure yourself, Damien, the way I treasure you.
Will you do the same for me? Treasure yourself?
I really don't deserve you.
Oh. I rub his back as he cries, and we sit in comfortable silence for a while. It feels more real than the rest of the time we spent together. Like all the air is lighter and we can breathe for the first time. I don't blame him for crying. At least for the night, he kisses my hand the same as always. Rosie. I wake up feeling lonely. That's funny. I never minded sleeping alone before. I guess I just want more. It's funny too, because if you had asked me yesterday, I probably said I probably would have said I could use Rosamel being a little less. I guess I sort of like how much he is. I guess I should tell him that. It's always showing me his feelings, even when it's hard. It's the least I can do in return. I get up and start getting ready for the day. There's Rosamel, sitting in the armchair, absently playing with the ends of his sleeves.
Oh, good morning, dear.
Rosie, your ribbon.
I felt I needed a change. I look alright?
Yeah, I mean, you always do. I mean, I like the way you look. I like it a lot.
Flattery will get you everywhere with me, darling.
But I mean it. I think you're... Pink. I'm... Is that a compliment? Sorry, I'm not good at this. But I want you to know how I feel. So just bear with me.
Oh, dear heart. I'd like nothing more than to listen to you until the stars go out.
Those are exactly the kinds of words I'm not good at coming up with. Much less actually say. But I... love you, Rosamel, I think. Was my confession that bad? Rosie. Rosie smacks himself in the chest hard. Sorry, I think my heart stopped beating for a moment there.
Please continue.
Will your health be safe if I do?
Maybe not.
I feel myself on the verge of spontaneous combustion. I guess it's my turn to ask you to slow down on the lovey-dovey stuff.
I never thought I'd be saying that.
We laugh. Alright, well, I'm gonna see the other guys off. Will you wait up here for me?
I would wait forever for you.
Alright. Guys are down here. They seem to be trying to find where their books belong on the shelves. So, you're all heading out now? That's right. Hold on. That Rosamel boy in here. He must be hiding somewhere. I would think that sort of behavior is below him. I wouldn't. It's not like that. He's staying with me. I thought the two of you seemed cozy. How cute. Falling in love in these circumstances. It's like a fairy tale. Ugh. I wish you both happiness. Thank you. And no draconic threats upon your home. Thank you? He would not be able to take on a dragon. I don't think most people would, actually. Osmo then vanishes into his book. I also hope there are no draconic threats upon your home. With a snicker, Nightshade follows suit. Thanks for your hospitality. I'll remember the things you've shown me. What was your favorite part of this world? Pizza. He didn't hesitate at all. Bye, guys. They wave before disappearing into their books. The floor is quiet again. I'll miss the rambunctiousness a little, but I can't help but feel a little giddy at the thought of it just being Rosie and me. I can't believe I almost forgot. Today is the grand reopening of the shop. Means my aunt will be back any minute. How am I gonna explain this? It just ended. It just ended. This was a good game. This was a good game. My throat kind of fucked. I think I might end it here. It's been like an hour, right? Yeah. And I do have, like, other games to play. I'll probably play the other characters' routes on my own time. But I want to move on. The next time I do a stream like this, I want to move on to other games so I can see a few of them. So, if you enjoyed watching this stream, and if you're on YouTube, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified next time I upload a video or go live. And if you're on Twitch, just follow me, because it's the only thing you can do on Twitch. If you want to support me monetarily, I do have a Ko-fi. If you want to buy me a gift, I also have a throne. Bye-bye.